Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Thursday lighting critique. We have two animations to go through and some still images. So we are actually, even though I am playing this one, we're actually going to start over with Justin's, just because Brenda's here is got some still images and some videos. So we'll just look at just the video first, and then we will transition over. Justin, this is looking nice and clean, man. How you feeling about this?
I feel pretty good. I've learned a ton from this project. So
Yeah.
I still like it though, so that's good.
Yeah. Usually I end most projects with I hate it and I want it to go. No, it's no, this is great. And honestly, the final tweaks that you make look great. I'm going to let it loop about 2 or 3 more times, just to give others an opportunity to discuss. By the way, this robot looks great at the end. That's the perfect amount of illumination for him. And I will shut up now and see if anybody's got any comments.
I think it looks good. It's come a long way, so it's really nice.
Yeah, I should post the before, or the before and then the after.
Yeah, post the original. I mean, there's still a little bits of noise issues in this, like especially with the robot when he settles at the end, or when it settles at the end. It's in the back, but I think this looks good. If you are ready to post this to the Hall of Fame, let me know. If you're going to do re-renderings and some stuff, just let me know whenever it's final. You can DM it to me or just send it to me wherever, and I'll get this posted in the Hall of Fame. But I will give you guys a second to get your hands ready for clapping. In 3, 2, 1. All right. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. All right. Good job.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. No, this is a really fun one. All right, let's hop over into Brenda's, and we'll take a look at the animation first, and then we will want to jump into some of the still images. So this is, by the way, what she's doing is a really great work method. So as you can see from this, she's rendering. Brenda, is this every 8th frame, every 10th frame?
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Every 8th frame, yeah.
Oh wow, I'm so good I was able to just see it. No, it was a random guess. Yeah, so rendering every 8th frame on a very, very long shot helps to it helps to, you can see how the light is progressing, and it'll reduce your render times by about 88%. So that is a very good methodology for doing it. It's very, very common in the industry to render on numbers. A couple of things that up. Overall, I think the mood and everything is playing out really nice. I think that's the perfect amount of rim light on her versus balancing the skylight on her back. I think this color is really good. On top of the roof, it gets a little bit a little super saturated purple. I guess that makes sense because we've got blue light coming down here and some pink light coming in here, and they just kind of mix into some purple. But maybe just in the comp or something, just crypto matte off that roof and just pull down that saturation just a touch, or maybe the value just a touch. Because it's a little, it's a little electric right now.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Put this transition down here into the darkness that allows her to silhouette as the sun starts to come up. We read her motion across there. We get into the grass, and then we pop out. We're in this nice, beautiful warmth, keeping the warmth on her skin tones, warmth on his skin tones. Everything's nice and warm. The silk looks great. Yeah, all the rest of it's really looking good. And that's what this allows us to do, seeing it even not every frame rendered out, but just low res every 8th frame. It allows us to see the motion and kind of get a better sense of their overall capacity. The one thing I did notice is, let me see where to go. There is a floating kind of shape right here. It looks like a roto shape that just kind of hangs on the screen for a while.
Oh.
So it honestly it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been noticeable had it not moved those through frames. It honestly basically just watch out for that. You always want to animate your rotos back off the screen. So let's hop over now into our Photoshop so we can kind of take a look at these stills. So we've got one. This might be getting a little bit. This might be getting a little bit too bright. And it's not so bad here, but when I noticed it more here, because of the camera angle, it exposes that side of the building a little bit more. Also, once we start to streak it, it's like if you squint like that, that's where we're looking at on the screen is writing down here. So you may just want to tone that down a bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
totally.
I think we might even be able to hit her a little harder with the rim light in here. Like kind of really getting her all of her limbs and stuff. And so you can see it here. So you've got the sun kind of rising here. Like definitely, go ahead and play it on, even though it's not necessarily on this side of her, go ahead and play a little bit more rim on her throughout this middle section to get that to read. I like that. Wondering if I like that there's some roll off from top down, and I like that it's kind of simplified back there because it could have gotten really busy with all the grass. Just wondering if there isn't an opportunity to maybe no, I take that back. I was gonna say to get a little bit of light rolling down here, but I don't. It's probably better just to keep it dark. This area in here might be a little bit too dark, like that kind of bank. Maybe just get like a little bit of a bounce light up in there. But this is great. I love how you can see these, like the rim light catching each one of these posts, so you can see her path. That's like really important to see like what she's trying to do, and so you can actually read her jumping on each one. It's really nice. And then once she gets over here, I think this looks really beautiful. I think overall it just looks great. I think. Yeah, I don't really have any notes on this back end. I'm trying to think. The only thing I'm looking at is what we could do here. The grass down here at the bottom. Just because right now we're hitting all of like everything with this kind of with this warmer light, and the grass starts to look a little bit grayed out. And I'm wondering if we maybe couldn't light link. How I would do it is I would consider light linking a separate sunlight to the grass that's more neutralized. That's a little bit less of that warmth. This is a little bit extreme in the saturation, but just something that allows us to maintain a little bit more of that like kind of true green color on the ground. I don't know how you feel about that, but just to kind of, because at the end of this shot now it's about it being more of like a more purity, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would look a little better more on the green side, but I'll let you determine on that.
Yeah, sure. I'll check it. I'll make some tries.
What else do you guys think? Any other thoughts on this? Because I think this is
I have a couple.
Yeah, go for it.
The trees on the hill and that when she's right, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they're a little too specky because they're almost brighter than the wood and the bell.
Yeah, that's
so
like
it kind
maybe,
of like
yeah.
My eye keeps getting drawn to the little flashes of light up on the ridgeline. And then at the ending, the little building. Is this coming textured, or are you doing the shaders too, Brenda?
Yeah, I did the shaders too.
Okay, I'm just curious because the stairs kind of look not like wood, but then you have kind of more woody type shaders on the building. So it kind of just looks like it's a molded piece of plastic on the stairs.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's
kind of a weird.
Yeah, if we can get the wood grain to run horizontal on that, that would probably help.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yep, cool. And those were my only two things that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Great. All right, anybody else have anything before we move on? All right, great. All right, let's take a look at, we've got Clever up next. We'll go Clever, Kat, Kelvin, and Molly. All right, Kelvin. So, previous version, we've got the update here. This is looking a lot better. You're definitely getting more shaping overall. I would want to see a little, like, so I'm seeing shaping between color values coming across here, but I think we're missing an opportunity to allow the back half of the octopus to go a little bit darker. I think that, because if the light source, let's think this through. Because we're getting a lot of darks around here. We've got a light source kind of coming down from the top. We've got the light source from this lantern. It's coming in here. I think like down here, would be darker on that character. It might just be getting a little bit because we got top down light and light coming in from the side. That's where the darkness would kind of build into him a little bit.
Great. One question.
Shoot.
Do you think the effect of the water is the how could I call the movement of the water that you suggested I could make it? I did animate the movement, but I didn't render it yet.
Okay.
So the best option would be a separate pass only with that effect.
Yeah.
Or should I put all the same render? It's a little bit heavier to use that.
I would do a separate pass because if your camera doesn't is the character moving? No, right?
No. Is that still that we have that Apple style movement camera?
Oh wait, I'm confused. For this or for?
For this one, you remember? You probably said it.
Oh, that we had an animated camera for this?
Yes.
I don't
play blast. You don't remember?
No. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay. Yes, it's been a while. Okay. Yes.
That's okay.
No. So you've got the play blast for this. Yes. Okay. So you've got the bubbles going. Yeah. So I mean, basically, the best thing to indicate underwater motion is the god rays move, the bubbles move, the particulates in the water move, and then if there's any sort of caustic light on the scene, just like making that kind of. I don't know how to say this motion, but it's just like kind of it's just like bobbles.
Yes.
Yeah. Those would be the biggest ones for.
You think be better is a separate pass.
Yeah.
This fractal movement.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I like it because it allows me to control it. Because then you could control if you want to pulsate the intensity a little bit, it would be very easy to do in a separate pass. You don't actually, because I hate as much as I can. I try and do light animation in the comp, because I never get it right the first time, and so if you're try animating a curve in Maya and then waiting for all of that to render out, and then you realize you mess something up, it could be like a wasted day, as opposed to doing it in Nuke, even just to get the curve right. And then then you can see pretty immediate responses from it. Because if you have it as a separate pass, then you can just do that.
Okay.
In terms, the other thing I'm wondering about this is the color of this light. I'm trying to think of how it would behave with this color skin. I guess that's right. It's just it feels like it's two different colors of skin as opposed to just one type of skin that's just brighter in this patch. Do you know what I mean?
It's quite tricky.
Yeah.
It's a purple his skin.
Mm-hmm.
So the light probably on the left side is when it gets brighter.
Yeah.
It's getting show up that color even more from the dark side.
It's also I guess the table right around it isn't quite as bright as I would expect it to be, because I guess because it's blocked here. Because basically the light that's going from here to here isn't making that much of a difference, but the light going from here to here is making a very big difference on this character. So maybe just increasing the light's influence on the table a little bit.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to know. Yeah, the way that the lighting is hitting this grate with the grass on it over there is really cool. That's so nice. But yeah, I think a little brighter on the table, the ability to go a little darker on the backside of him, and then maybe this light coming down could actually almost act as like a rim light. Like it picks up a little bit on the top, but then kind of rims him on the side there. There's also, watch out for these sharp shapes, these sharp shadows here.
Okay.
Because, again, water refracting through light's going to get real soft.
The harder part for me, I think for this shot, is get depth inside of water.
Yeah.
At the same time, you have put a blue, and you have to feel this depth like being inside of a water.
Yeah. It has to build, it's really hard because it's you want to isolate just the darkest darks to the foreground because it does, like the atmospherics underwater or like that, loss of saturation and contrast really builds up quickly underwater. And so it's but trying to get that depth is tricky. It's really tricky. I mean, you're not far off now. Maybe just a little more variation in this background, but it's really good. One of the things I like about some underwater photography shots is you can see. Let's see. There are some that you can get these like we're like way off into the distance. It kind of like you can see some breakups of light. Like I'm trying to think. Like this one kind of has it. Like we're like way off in the distance towards the horizon. It gets like a little bit brighter. I'm trying to think. Underwater photography. We'll do caves maybe. But like, yeah, I'm basically what I'm trying to find are examples of where you can see like little bits of breakthrough of things like way off in the distance. And I'm trying to.
I did it on the back there. It's like a bar.
Yeah.
Inside of a ship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's no holes.
Maybe pop a hole in there too, because again, it'll be out of focus and it'll be pretty murky. But just like sometimes you can see like this poke through of stuff kind of far off in the distance and like these little shapes back there. That kind of and those really help build depth to it. Like closer to the top, so because it would be closer to the surface. So like, yeah, maybe just like up here, just something so you can kind of feel that like off in the distance space.
Like a pocket.
Yeah, just like a little pocket of light. That's cool. All right, good stuff. Anybody else have anything for this? All right, great. All right, cool. Let's take a look at cats. I've got a bright room. Yeah, you're welcome, Kelvin. All right. Clever. We've got Cat. So, Cat, what's updated since yesterday? Is it a little brighter around the cat?
I just made that center or the porch lighter. That was, I think, the only note you gave me yesterday. So I lightened it up for you.
I think that's Does anybody else see anything? I think. Would you do one more iteration for me tomorrow? Where you go like make it brighter than you think? Like do just like maybe do 2 or 3 versions where it goes brighter, like, and make the brightest one like way brighter than you think that it could possibly be. We'll just take a look at it because I still think there's room to go a little bit brighter. But I'll also take this moment to open it up to see if anybody else has any thoughts because I think this is looking really good. I think you did a really great job on that ground and the little path leading up to that.
I feel I'm not sure if the ring light would be stronger. I know you want more light. Maybe I'm not sure if how bright should go the hat. I like the top, but the base. If you could give a zoom on above his head. Oh, I'm not sure what's inside. Is like a cooker, or oven? What's that light? It's something cooking.
No, it's just the light to brighten up the interior. So most of the spooky houses have had bright lights coming back, so it gives them kind of that rim light look.
Mm-hmm. And when we're talking about brightening him up a little bit, it's like the rim lights are actually looking good. It's just about getting a little bit more fill on his face.
Oh, I can pump that fill light up then too. I have one spotlight directly on his face, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just make the face brighter, or do you want me to make that whole porch brighter?
I think just the face.
Oh, okay. That'll be an easy fix. So do you want just a couple iterations with the face going brighter and brighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
I can do that.
Cool. All right, we're coming. This is like end of some projects today because we've got Kelvin's as well. That I will shut up for a minute because I think this is actually looking. I think this is looking really good. Actually, is Kelvin here? I don't think so. He might miss some clapping unless somebody else has a note.
Should I give him a note just so we don't clap while he's not here?
No, that's a pretty bad reason to give a note. let the man go free. Unless you have a genuine note.
No, I mean the only thing I kind of said is maybe I was thinking maybe those dust particles are a little too bright.
Yeah, I think so. I
maybe
like
tone those down because it kind of looks like some of them just kind of look like a splotch on the screen versus like a dust particle.
You know what it is? It's that like some of them can be this bright, but yeah, just take down the value of more of them. So like maybe this one and this one could be bright, maybe that one over there, but like the rest of them, yeah, tone them down a little bit.
Oh, one
Yeah, I
question.
think too, that's
Yeah.
because,
Oh.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Clever.
Sorry. Is the idea the gal to be very small in comparison to the background? Like she's like a tiny one hand size.
Yeah.
Right. Just to know.
Yeah. So like the mushrooms are mushrooms. The world is normal size. It's the girl that's very small.
Okay.
Does that not read for you?
Yeah, because the grass below her. When
Yes.
because if the grass is that size, could be even small. But if that's the idea, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, then we will hold off on clapping until tomorrow. Let's just see one more pass at the dust particles, Kelvin. But this is so close. Really good job, man. All right, and then we have Molly up as well. So Molly, this is you're online. Are you able to talk us through the project a little bit? Because it seemed like this was a still from an animation.
Yeah. So the story is about the importance of lighting in dealing with studying. So it's like a short animation. This girl is just shown like having difficulties studying because of the lack of light. And then there are other scenes where the light, she just shows the difference between low light and bright light. It's just a small animation that I have that I'm working on.
That's great.
So in this scene, she's just working inside of her room and she's struggling to see.
Okay. So
yeah.
this is meant to be in one of the dim lighting situations.
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be a little bit trickier because that's great context, because my note was that the scene looks dim, right? Like I wanted to go like this and crank this up so it was brighter, but so what we want to do in that scenario is because it's going to be all about, like, if you think about how you would photograph or film kind of a dimly lit scene on the interior, what it is it's going to be it's more evenly exposed throughout the entirety of the shot. So it's not that the overall level is darker, it's more about like feeling like it's just being lit by ambient light. So there would be a little bit of like, kind of skylight coming in, maybe a little bit like on the top of her head, just kind of like getting some shaping on her. And then what would happen is once we get because then it's kind of like everything in the shot is kind of like softly illuminated, and it's a little bit flat in there because there really is like we also have a lack of focus on the scene. And then when we do get the more light, then we can really focus it on right here, and then we can allow all of this to fall this dark, because then it's like visual focus on what the character's focusing on too, So what I think is, let's see if I can find some quick reference here. Just for the sake of, let's see, I'm trying to find this actually looks like from a lighting challenge. So this is actually let's see, maybe, okay, I'll link here for a second. I'm going to try and find, maybe it's just ambient light interior night. Try that for now. The problem with ambient light, you always get all these like ambient light, like neon light things for cars and stuff. Let's say bedroom child. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like something that's just like pure kind of like skylight, exterior light coming in and illuminating the room without any sense of interior lights. I'm not really finding one.
So just because dim scene doesn't mean it should be actually dim, because it's very. It doesn't have any shaping. Right. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. So basically that's the gist. Is that there would still be some shaping, but it's like it's much more of an ambient lit situation, and then we can allow the spotlight to be our focus later on.
Okay.
That's it. And then I would try and push a little bit, like play with the color a little bit more.
Okay.
because you can really get some nice blue purple cool light in there as the nighttime light, and then use the warmth of a tungsten light to really help us, because you can play off the warm versus cool thing too.
Okay, I'll exaggerate that.
Yeah, just give that a go. Let's see.
Okay.
What it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else have any thoughts? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, well, that is all for today, everybody. And
Like, I also had a render.
oh, did you? Who
Yeah.
said that? Mindy?
Mindy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed you. I'm so sorry. Let me grab it here. Mindy, yes, there you are. Hi. Sorry. So sorry. Oh, this looks
Okay.
great. Oh, man, this is going to be really anticlimactic then, man, because I think this looks really good. Does anybody have any thoughts on this? Any notes?
I love the colors.
Yeah, me too. So
It's looking that traditional 1500 time
yeah.
locations.
Yeah, that's a really good. This feels timeless. Like you could see, I could expect somebody with futuristic clothes like, walking around the corner, or like 500 years ago.
I would say I'm not sure if the how you call the roof tile would be gray. That's the only thing I see would be.
Oh, up there?
The over the door.
Oh, the white.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be gray. That's the only one I'm not sure.
you know what? We actually that's actually what it is in the reference, right?
There wasn't any tiles on the reference.
Oh, I thought we
Yeah.
looked at that. Do you think it would be more of like a warmer terracotta kind of thing? Or what would you think it would be, Clever? Like, what do you think?
I think it would be more brown
More brown?
for that kind of shape. There is some kinds of roofs, but they are bigger ones, not for. I think it's more a traditional roof. I'm not sure call that tile in English. I call just roof.
Yeah, no, no, tile is fair. Like I don't have the English word for it either. It's like
We did look it up. I forgot already.
we learned nothing during this process. We've gained
Yeah, if you see from the back ones is more dark,
yeah.
pushing for the brown.
Yeah.
I'd say, and that depends the direction you want to.
Yeah. I don't know, Diana. What do you think? Or Mindy? Sorry.
Oh, I could try it, see what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, give it a go, because it's
Yeah.
already looking good, and that would just be like a small color tweak as an alt version or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think. But like, you're so close, man. This looks so good. I'm really liking
The
it.
floor looks good now.
Floor looks great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice because I was trying to give my genuine, like, because I saw this posted earlier. I'm sorry I didn't grab it, but I when I opened it, I was like, that was my genuine first reaction, was like, ooh. And then I always talk about this. There's like the two-step of any image. It's like that gut instinct you get right when you look at it. You're like, ooh, wow. And then there's like the staring at it for 20 seconds and breaking down every little nook and cranny. So if you can, the 90% of image making is like getting that initial reaction to it. It's very cool. So you can email them.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
So don't be. I'm not sure if you want to. I'm not sure if your lamp, the transparency, there is a bulb inside it or not.
And this one here?
No.
Yeah, it's just like yeah. Yeah, because it's a little bit
just
like a
empty.
hazy glass. Yeah.
I'd say I love the lighting, I love the color, but sometimes I spot other kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
The more you look at it.
it's just the
Yeah.
way you look at it. Yeah, maybe take off some of the dustiness on this and just make it a little more transparent. Either
Okay.
that or just isolate the dustiness of the corners if the edges. But I think just making it a little more transparent would be fine. Because I would guarantee that you wouldn't have that on during the day unless it was an accident. All right, cool. All right, good job. All right, great job,
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah, no problem. All right, anything else before we break for today? All right, enjoy the rest of your Thursday, everybody, and I will see you back here tomorrow. All right,
Thank
be good.
you.
See you
Take care. Have a good
Monday.
day.